Hello and welcome to the Liberia TV network. Today we are here in Basinja District, Bomi County. Basically, we are out here to gather information, the view of young people, adults, and community dwellers about the recent inauguration that was done, and also the appointment that was done by Honorable Joseph Human Bokai, the first 5 appointments, and a lot of activities that are surrounding Bomi County and also national issues. So we are currently here with one of the young potential men. Can you kind of introduce yourself to us?
I, First of all, let me say good afternoon this afternoon to the Liberian people and that of the people of Bomi County, that of Senja District, #1 Bomi County, Republic of Liberia. By the way of introductions, my name is C.S. Kamara, the residents of Bajake, the sons of Bomi County who hailed from Golodi Lansana, Bomi County, Clay District, resides in Bajake, attend the University of Liberia, one of the potential young men in Bajake, Bomi County, as you rightly said.
With this kind of introduction that had just been made, and of recent, we went into the national election, and the inauguration processes has already been done. And you supported one of the key individuals who contested for the seat of Senate at the House of Senate, but unfortunately he didn't actually win. What are some of those causes of losses that people actually encounter that probably comes 2029 or in the future that you guys could actually work on as about it?
All right, let me say, first of all, we, as an incumbent senator, we lost the seat for the second time, and which in the history of Bomi, we knew that Bomi is one of the difficult counties who live in politics, who sleep with politics, and wake up in the morning with politics, which we knew. So in the election, and we knew that Bomi it's very difficult to retain senator. I don't care how well you ask, because they know the importance of politics. Now, let me come back to the just ended elections. Honestly, we did an extremely well to engage our people. We remain committed. Let me say, I was the Secretary General for the senator.
Which senator?
The then senator, Senator Bomi County, the senator on the Committee on Ways, Means and Finance at the Liberian Senate, who was elected 2014 and come back for the re-election. I was the Secretary General for him. From that of Bar and that of the plantation, as the comprises, we divided Bomi County into sector. So I was the Secretary General for one of the sector, for Bar and that of the plantation, which we engage our people, we do our work, we campaign day and night. But unfortunately, we respect the decision of the people. We respect their decision because they choose the way they go. So we cannot question their decision.
So does that mean that your candidate didn't actually made the demand or expectation of the citizen in Bomi?
No, my candidate did an extremely well. You know, every human being, you do your best. He's my senator, or this is a senator that under in the history of Bomi County that bay or schools. I can show you him showing Maka, to be specific in what the town called Inter, right behind Copper Town. You can take the roof on there to go there.
But people say it's not his responsibility.
And then although it's not his responsibility, but it's a need of the people, and he saw it because children around there struggle to go to school. They walk or hour distance to go to school, so they look at it very prudent, and then he built a school in the point that if you go to 9th grade, so they can take and transfer to Copper Town to complete your high school. So it was very a gigantic project for the people in which they embrace it. But let me tell you, in the politics is a ball game. It's like a ball game. Today you go on the field, and the people feel like you are the best player. Tomorrow, if your works are come, you will know that you have never touched a football game before. We engage our people. We talk to them. He is a senator. For that of Bar and the plantation and control, he spent $850,000 on women empowerment, in which there was a need for the people. But yet they choose the way they want to go, and we commend them for their decision. We didn't go against it because we know we might come back 2029 if God agreed with us and give us the strength.
So, what's your take on the recent inauguration that has just been concluded, and which is one of those things that is currently on the top of the nation? People are discussing it. Some people are saying it was poorly planned. Some people are saying it was excellently planned, and some people are saying there were a lot of things that were actually, interval. What's your take, you as a young person, and you as those who are key prominent figure within Bomi County as well?
Let me first of all say, uh, yesterday for what took place at the local regions, which I didn't go on the side, but I was listening live. I paid my money because it was an entitlement of us. I first of all paid the conditions of my president yesterday, President Joseph Nima Bokai, because he's now a president, although I didn't vote him. I voted for George Manning. So let me firstly say I paid his condition because in the age of my grandfather. So if that could happen to my grandfather, the same way I will feel bad. Yesterday I felt bad because he is my president for the Republic of Liberia. And let me say, I can't tell you whether it was a poor plan of the committee, because where they have the program, the place was jam-packed and the heat. Honestly, in Africa, because the way we grew up, we got a string to come up. So at the age, Bokai is very old. He's old, so he's preparing your speech.
When you say old, what's the definition of old? Because there are other world leaders. They are like Joe Biden. Joe Biden is president, and he's at the age of, I think, 80 plus. And you have other African leaders who are also president. They are also in the region of 80 plus. So what's the definition of old?
The issue about old in Africa, was especially in Liberia, our people struggle the high way. So at times the person will tell you, say, this is my age, but it's older than their age. The older than the age that they will call to you, because the way they come up, tell me for God's sake, get bread, you go into bread, you're going to do some hard work so that you can survive, right? But like for Joe Biden, let's say for instance, in Cameroon, Paul Biya is older than Bokai, he's about 90 years, if I can get this right. But Paul Biya was young when going to the power, right? So all along he been living on treatment. But Bokai, all along he's been living on a high struggle until he became vice president before he started.
What do you mean by he have been living on a high struggle? But there's an individual who served as ministers. There's an individual who served in numerous of lucrative positions before coming to vice presidency. What will you say? Why should you say such?
No, during those days, ministers, it's not today's days ministers.
So what are the differences?
Right? During those days, ministers, they work for the country. They have passion for this country. That is why the person will work. They will never tell that this minister or this person have invested or even 5,000 on his own. It depends on their salary. And the salary in Liberia or Africa, once you are a working man, the family depends on you and the rest on you. So he will use some of his money to go to school. It's not it means to go to the hospital. Let me get it right, to go to hospital, but he will not be compared as when he was vice president.
So are you simply trying to say when Bokai was minister by then, he was corruption free?
Oh yes, because the history tells that he was not corrupt. He doesn't corrupt, because at that time, if he was corrupt, they may dismiss him for corruption, they may expel him for corruption. And he ran 2 times as a president. He went 2017, he didn't win. People didn't come out to say, oh, Bokai is corrupt, this entity. In 2023, he contested. People didn't talk about corruption, but you saw everybody talking about old age, because they knew who is Bokai, right? They know who is Bokai. And Bokai, honestly, yesterday, I felt sorry for the old man to admit. I felt sorry yesterday. But I want to say, yesterday, the program yesterday, congratulations to the program planning committee. Congratulations to the Liberians. Congratulations to our nations. We're having our new government.
So immediately after the inauguration yesterday, we experienced maybe by around 8 to 9 o'clock, there was the first 5 men delegation appointment that was done, and one of those high core individual name is Bomi County at the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning. What's your take on said individual becoming minister for Liberia? And once upon a time, he was minister for finance, and also served as one of the key deputies at the Central Bank of Liberia. So what's your take on Bomi County?
Let me say, pass up to my big brother, in person, in waiting, Minister Bomi S. Camara. Destiny Minister of Destiny Minister of Finance and Development Planning. When I heard the story that Bokai had did the appointment, I went on the executive mansion west and I did my research and I saw the 5 names. But let me begin with Bomi Kamara. Bomi Kamara, I read on his profile, he's one of the brilliant Liberians that Liberia had ever provide or produce. Because in my research, it tells me Bomi did some extra marking in schools like Bosiana University. In my research, he did an extremely well to come #1 in Bosiana, and then in other areas, the university in America, and have that strong background from the finance background. And Bomi is not strange to Liberia economists. Bomi worked. He was the last finance minister under President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf administration. And under his administration or under his work, we saw how he proceed. Although the time was short, but we saw how he proceed. Our people, he treated them that yes, indeed, I'm qualified for this position, and he was.